Alright, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. This video is going to be a back testing session video. Again, I did post a poll on my Instagram talking about what videos you guys want to watch, and a lot of you guys said a back testing session video. And I feel like another reason why I want to make a back testing session video is because the month of January just genuinely has been so hard to trade. I've barely caught any really good trades, and the good trades that I catch either are break even or a loss. Like, I have barely caught a winning trade, and I've only caught one good winning trade, which was a 1-to-1. Alright, so to get started here, so we can see we are clearly bullish coming out of a weekly gap. Yeah, so again, weekly gap looks pretty bullish. We're in this new week opening gap, or sorry, previous week opening gap. Prices in this 4-hour, we swept this 4-hour low. Is there SMT at the lows? Yes, there is. So there's SMT at the lows. Whoops. There's a clear bullish SMT at the lows and giving us that displacement higher. As you can see on ES, we end up inversing this 4-hour right here, and on NQ we have yet. Oh wait, the 4 hours down here that we inverse on ES. So essentially, the drawn liquidity should be higher. Again, we do have a low, high, lower, low, higher, high. So internal drawn liquidity should be here off the open. So again, if we end up displacing through this high, again, this drawn liquidity over here looks really nice. Looks like it could be a nice drawn liquidity that would be up for grabs. So yeah. So let's see what we get off the open here. What time is it? It's 9 a.m. 9:15. Let's see if we get an open low here. This would be nice. If we can get an open low. Did we SMT with all this down here? Yeah, we did create this bullish SMT here. So we have this bullish SMT inside of the 9:30 open. If we get this IFEG here, we can break even here and probably TP right here. Okay, SMT still holding. Let's see if we can get a SMT still holding. All right, now we actually swept. Okay, now beautiful. Do we have a 5-minute, 3-minute, 2-minute? 2-minute IFEG here? Let's see if we get it. All right, so well, it's the one. This is the 9:30 opening lower, so even this 1 minute is actually pretty nice. For longs, we swept the low. 9:30 is giving us that Judas, and then we're gonna look to target again. We have equal highs right up here, and then this TP looks very nice right there. Again, drawn liquidity seems pretty clear. I don't think we need equilibrium here, just due to the fact that we actually came and we actually tapping into a higher time frame PD rate inside of this breaker here. So we have this breaker, sweep of liquidity, tap it into a higher time frame PD rate, giving that 1 minute. Break even could be here, and then we'll target. Again, the reason why I'm taking this and I'm not taking the 2-minute is because 9:30 is clearly opening lower. We have equal highs here, and then there's clear drawn liquidity right here as well. So again, this is a pretty A+ setup, tapping into a higher time frame PD rate. Yeah, I mean, I would take this 10 out of 10 times. So I would take this 1 in QCon, and yeah, I would go break even right there, and then let's see if we can hit full TP. Oof, that's just all right. We almost got stopped at break even there by a tick. That's insane. But yeah, goes to show low hanging fruit. It's always really good to target, but this looks just so clear, as well as this hourly right there. Super full TP there. Nice, very, very good trade. Very nice trade, and yeah. Again, that's TP1. Let's see if we can get anything else in the later session, right? So again, we are coming into this higher time frame breaker, sweeping the low, creating that protected low into a hard time frame PD rate, and now we're taking the 1 minute IFEG. Again, you could take the 2-minute, but I feel like in this occasion, this 1 minute is the 9:30 Judas. It looks very clear, and there is no other higher time frame gaps in between as well. So very A+ setup. Let's move on to our next trade. Let's see if we get any like continuation longs for the session. Okay, we do have this 9:30 range opening higher. 10 a.m. is opening lower. We open higher, and then we're still inside of this. Maybe we could look for a potential short, but it doesn't make sense because this is high resistance liquidity, and this is, again, we have low resistance on top. So look at all this low resistance here. So I wouldn't potentially look for shorts right now, honestly. I'd rather see some continuation longs. This 5-minute IFEG would be ideal, but just due to the fact that 10 a.m. open higher, Again, I would like to see a resweep and then a go. Again, we have all this low resistance. We're displacing higher. This could be continuation long, if I'm being honest, but I just don't like the fact that 10 a.m. open higher here. I would like to see that get mitigated. So that would be break even if I would take that trade, and then there's a resweep. Where's 10 a.m. here? 10 a.m. has yet to be mitigated. There's a resweep. There's a change in state of delivery. Again, but this is that 11 a.m. opening higher once again. So again, not a good. Again, this is essentially the A plus model, but the only thing is just that 11 a.m. is opening higher, so I really wouldn't take this trade. And then you get that full delivery higher. Perfect. So now that we know, we do actually leave equal lows too, so that is not ideal. Oh yeah, but we tap into this 15-minute, but leave equal lows. That's kind of crazy. So yeah, I wouldn't take that trade. All right, now we're actually getting displacement higher. There is a displacement. Drawn liquidity looks like this internal high, and then these are relative equal highs here, and then so very high probability internal to external liquidity. This 4-hour looks like it's gonna inverse. I don't need it to actually like inverse because we already created this hourly bullish breaker, and then we have this hourly bullish breaker as well. We ended up closing above these highs, so very bullish. Let's see if we get a, what time is it? 9, 10, 12, sorry, 12:54. All right, so again, we are tapping into this hourly gap. As you can see, we have this huge bearish SMT here, but again, it doesn't make sense. This is not aligning as well because we are creating this big displacement higher. So essentially, I want to see some longs out of this, right? This is going to be my point of access, right? We're going to grab the 9:30 low, 9 a.m. to the high. If you go on the 30-minute, this is the 9:30 range low to the high. And I want to see us reject out of this. Maybe create a protected low here would be nice. And then see some longs, right? Again, very high probability internal to external liquidity because we are actually displacing through and we have a ton of low resistance liquidity above us, right? So this could still ideally be a long opportunity. And again, as you can see, what is this rebalance? Low resistance liquidity rebalance. Failure swings, failure swings, failure swings. So all this could be targeted again, right? Again, and we are actually coming out of this 4-hour pretty crazy. So we would just target probably an unfilled gap if we're being safe, right? Let's see what 1 p.m. opens. 1 p.m. is opening lower here, giving us that open low. So if we're doing the open, we're gonna do this. 1 p.m. is opening lower, so I would like to see a run on liquidity here. That's not a sweep. There is a run, and there's the inversion there. Very nice. Again, essentially this could be break even, but I would wait for this. So you could actually wait for a tab back in. Although this is very clear, I don't think you're gonna stop the break even because we should just keep going. But this order block could hold. Yeah, I would take this long either way. It's all good. And I would look to target again. We have 15-minute sweep of the low. I would target 15-minute high right here. So this would be TP1, and then we're gonna hold for higher. We're gonna hold for higher. Boom, bam, and then we're gonna hold for this external draw. So that's gonna be the long. Again, so what do we have? Range, equilibrium, higher time frame PD array. We have the mitigation of this leg, right? And now we have a super liquidity, and then we're having a 1-minute IFEG, and then where's 1 p.m. here? So 1 p.m. is already getting mitigated, but due to the fact that it's on NQ, again, pretty strong conviction here, we go higher. So let's go, boom, that's 1 p.m. Are we mitigating the 5-minute, or is there, no, there's no 5-minute there, but it is an intermediate term high right there, so that we are gonna go break even here. And then let's see if we get a run higher here. There it is. So once we hit this 15-minute, we're gonna go for TP1, bam. So this is a beautiful TP1. Again, we are also targeting this high up here, right? This is the SMT. Well, the high that I'm looking for is here to be safe. But yeah, so TP1 would come off here. I would take 50% off my position and let the rest run to see if we actually get that run higher there. What time is it? It's gonna be 2. All right, so now 2 p.m. is basically opening higher here. So 2 p.m. open higher, put in that bearish SMT with those highs. Well, not fully yet, so I would like to wait a little bit more, just one more push. There it is. That's the push creating the SMT. So I would fully close my position here, and we'll take that SMT right there. So bearish SMT, internal to external liquidity, and this is an SMT inside of that 4 hours. So the 4 hour actually end up inversing, and we're opening higher. So again, it's late into the session. I would just take it all off there, and then if it delivers, it delivers, and then we actually get that full TP. But this is late into the hour, so very good TP. Bam. Now drawn liquidity is clearly very, very bullish now. So we're gonna keep looking for longs. Again, 2 A+ setups, right? Sweep. Again, what I would like to see is maybe a rebalance into this. Again, let's see. Maybe we rebalance into this hourly down here. As you can see, we did sweep that with a 1 hour here. So let's see if that holds as well. If we start getting momentum higher, then I know we're bullish. If not, then I know we'll rebalance. So by the looks of it, it looks like we want to rebalance lower, which is even better, if I'm being honest. So we're going to grab previous range and look for something like that, right? Let's see if we end up getting anything here. Good. Nice. So that's pretty good. Let's see. We should get a reaction out of this. So we're in this 4 hour. We should be bullish right here to these highs. So I'm going to remain bullish. This 4 hour candle is opening lower. So 8 a.m. is opening lower. So 8 a.m. and 8:30 is also opening lower as well. So I want to see a manipulation move. A manipulation like lower one more time. Okay, nice. So that we didn't get an entry here. We're just kind of displacing higher. We're not getting really an entry. So yeah, no clear manipulation like. So when I'm looking to trade, I always want to see a clear manipulation like. This is just like a tap, and then I would like to see like, if I were to replay this just for a second, I would like to see like a clean manipulation like here, like a clean 5-minute inverse. But we come lower here, and then like 9:30 opens. So after 9:30 opens, I would like to see like a run lower here. Again, and if you're looking at price here, we do get this 9:30 manipulation on ES, meaning this is the low, but then we resweep this low over here, and then we go, right? So it's just like not a clear manipulation. Like we want like a sweep and then an inversion here, break even here, and then that would be TP, right? We don't get that. We just kind of like chop up, this kind of holds, and this makes it protect the low, and then we go. And it's just like, can that happen? For sure, but for me, it's not very readable in my opinion. So with those occasions just like that, I like to be patient and wait. So over here we have 10 a.m. open. We're not overly opening into anything just yet, so I want to see 10 a.m. get mitigated here. This is clearly bullish though, in my opinion. Drawn liquidity looks like this hourly gap here, and we do have this London session high right here. So New York reversal looks like as well. Let's see if we get a actual reversal. Okay, we're tapping into this hourly. We do have a bearish SMT here. 10 a.m. is opening higher. Let's look at this for a second. So 10 a.m. is essentially opening higher. 4 hours holding, so it's just a bit tough honestly to say, because hourly is holding, bearish SMT is holding, and then we have this 15-minute fair value gap that is unfilled, plus a clean accumulation, manipulation higher, inversion back down. I don't mind taking this. I think this is a good trade. I don't mind taking this since there's a bearish SMT, and then we can go break even at this internal right here, and then look to target this 10 a.m. low down here, which is 15-minute fair value gap, and that it's unfilled, and which again you don't really see it on ES, but yeah, you would just kind of go break even here and then TP here when it comes to it. So let's take this right here. Not bad. Let's see if we get a, okay, that's break even right there. And then we see if we get a full delivery. Bam. So there you go. That's a full TP there. Again, 10 a.m. is opening higher here. So 10 a.m. open higher. Put in that bearish SMT right there, right here. Bam. Bearish SMT with ES, tapping into a higher time frame. So essentially, like, you want to be more bullish than bearish, 100%. But since 10 a.m. is opening higher, again, we do close above this high, creating a bullish breaker. But since 10 a.m. open higher, I would like to see that get mitigated. And especially since we have a clean accumulation manipulation model, that could be enough for us to go lower, right? And if you look at price here, like, where's the hourly here? So if we look at ES here, or NQ here, we create the manipulation like here, right? But there's no clean, like, higher, there's no like clean IFEG here. Like there's a 4 minute, but it's not that clean. There's no like manipulation leg. And usually when we're tapping into a higher time frame PD array that is fresh, you want to see a tap, a rebalance, and a manipulation like this, and then giving us that accumulation, manipulation, there's that distribution, right? And from here, if I'm bullish, I can seek for some longs again, right? So from here, if I'm bullish, if this is a true bullish model, I would be targeting this high again, and then we can look for highest time frame inversion, which is a 3-minute probably. Okay, did it inverse their 4-minute here, 4-minute. Yeah, the only thing I don't like about this is the big wick, right? So we have a big wick here, meaning like this could be a raid, right? But I just don't think it's the best. Maybe the 2-minute could kind of save you here. Okay, now that we actually have kind of like a inverse here, but the 2-minute looks maybe a little bit clearer now that we actually have an order block here that could inverse and go higher, and then we can seek the rest. I like that we create this order block here as kind of as a protection, right? We sweep, we manipulate, create that nested block before actually inversing. This could be the break even, and then we can actually seek higher. Let's see if price actually wants to deliver off this. All right, so there's your first L right there. Again, one of the reasons why I didn't really like this is just because of this big wick. But again, I like the order block that was created and the momentum right back up. But it's really hard to really depict. Again, I do believe my overall bias is very bullish, but that's why it's better. It's safer to be seen. But it's really good to back test and really see that. But again, we have high resistance at the low, high resistance at the highs. You want to see this high break, but we have high resistance at the highs, high resistance at the low, lower probability trade, and yeah. So let's see what price wants to do here. Now we actually have SMT at the lows, creating this move potentially higher now. Right, did this happen at 11 a.m.? 11 a.m. is opening lower, giving that 5-minute IFEG. So this is actually something I would take here. Now this could be a sense of a reversal, and then we can target those highs now. Sweep, and then we can target these highs, giving us that reversal in place. Yeah, all this is low resistance at the highs. Let's see if we can get that high somehow there. Is there a 15-minute that I'm not seeing? No, it's not. Okay, yeah, we should still be good here. Okay, and then we actually create that bearish SMT here, right here. So this could be a potential partial right here, giving us that 1-to-1. So we're gonna partial here 75% and go break even, because again, although we believe the drawn liquidity is higher and essentially should be higher, we're gonna get fully out right there, and just not really play with these market conditions as much. You can if you want to, and really go for it. If you feel comfortable doing that, you can. But for me, based off of experience, low hanging fruit is the best. You can wait for again, if you're really feeling a little bit more ballsy, you can wait for the hourly to get hit on ES. But that's why I took 75 off. And again, ES hit it, you can take another half off right there, and then let the rest run if you're feeling a little lucky, right? And let's see if it actually runs, and of course not, right? Again, that's why do I like to take everything off here? I like to take things off right here because this is the intermediate term high. We rejected it once, and therefore it's an intermediate term high. It's high probability we're probably gonna reject again from that level, because not everything has invalidated and gone higher. Although the higher time frame looks very nice and it looks seek higher, like you gotta look at the smaller time frame perspective and look at an intraday trading model, right? If you're gonna be bullish and trade, like, how do I say, and you want to like swing trade or hold the trade for longer time frame, you would just wait for this gap to get filled, put your stop at the order block, and just wait for this, and you could still hit, right, depending on your trade idea. It is higher time frame, and if you were to play this, you can play like this for sure, right? And this could hit, and obviously it did. The drawn liquidity is pretty clear. When you're coming into a day trading, intraday trading model, you always want to take low hanging fruit, and that's one thing, like, that's a pros and cons when it comes to trading. You have a model where it works, but you need to take low-hanging fruit, and then there's times where everything aligns and you can hold runners, right? But when it comes to day trading, especially with the IFAG model, something that I've backtested and realized for a long time is that only stuff like this works, right? You can hold only stuff like this, like holding all the way through, is when everything is aligned. On that lower time frame, we still had this hourly in the way, right? So I would just take it all off here because the price could rebalance and then go, right? But again, if you're like holding for a day or two, you can do this and you can still catch a banger trade. This is a 1-to-1.3. Again, not the best, right? Obviously, I got a way better RR. by trading just one singular day. In one singular day, I caught this long right here, right? So I caught a banger long right here, give me a 1 to 1 2, and then I caught a banger long right around here, right around here on 1, and then I caught this whole thing, give me a 1 to 4, you know, and then I caught another trade right here, a short right around here, giving me that manipulation leg, giving me this as a 1 to 2. And then yes, I took a loss. That was a 1 to 1, still up on the P&L. And then I took this other trade that offered me another 1 to 1.5, right? So you can see, like, intraday trading, for sure you make more, and again, depending on the opportunities, but it's a lot more risk, right? And you need to be more aware, more attentive of what is happening, what is in front of you. And something that I want to get into this year is actually swing trading, and actually just being able to see, okay, price is clearly in this one direction. I want to see this 4 hour. I would hold here, and then once we take out this internal up here, I would fully go break even, and then if it hits, it hits, and I would be comfortable with that, right? Because this is a clear draw on liquidity. But yeah, just something to be aware of. Pretty cool. Let's go into the next trade. Oh wait, well, this is, I would like to trade. This looks pretty clean. There's probably a setup inside of this daily. So as you can see, we have a rebalance, 5 minute, and we actually get this 5 minute sweep of the low. Is this pre-market though? Oh no, this is right at 9:30. So this is 9:30. Wait, why is this pre-news? Is that why? What is this? Why didn't it fully deliver then? Am I tripping? Yeah, New York is good. So this 1 minute. Oh wow, but the break even is literally right there. Yeah, again, if you have conviction, you could hold to this gap here, since we did have SMT with this. So essentially, this is just a little riskier. I don't even think you get a 1 to 1, but if you hold here, short, stop here, you can get a 1 to 1 here. I don't know if you get a 1 to 1. Break even would be here, basically, because this SMT, right? There's CRT at the high, right? We sweep this high, we should come to this low, and target 1 to 1. 930 is opening higher, so you could even hold lower to this, but again, you can just target low hanging fruit, right? That's full break even right here. Wait, this is 1 to 1, so 1 to 1 is literally right here. All right, you do hit it, right? And then actually 930 gets mitigated right here by ES. So there's your SMT right there. So SMT with a prominent low. Now you would need a prominent high before taking a long. Before, again, I wouldn't long out of this if I'm being honest. I would even short this again. Now it's SMT, so I would just wait. This 4 minute inverse here, I wouldn't take a long just because this is just too early in my opinion. Yeah, this 4 minute doesn't look bad, right? But we're going long into a, I would like to see like more like conviction here. Okay, 4 minute. This is mitigation. This 1 minute is holding. Do we inverse here? Okay, we do inverse right back up. Again, this doesn't look bad. This looks pretty good. Again, the 4 minute is holding. We inverse the 4 minute. This looks like the next draw on liquidity now. I just don't want to be longing just due to the fact that we're in this daily. I'd rather be shorting, right? We have SMT from 930, and then we are inversing the 4 minute. The 4 minute doesn't look bad, and then so essentially the 4 minute long would be here. Stop it down. I just don't like how we have a big wick. I hate big wicks, so I'd rather look for confirmation. Now this mitigation is holding. This order block is holding, giving us that inverse right back up. This looks pretty A plus now. And then I would just target this high right here. I would go break even at this internal high, and then see how this plays out. Okay, that's break even. And then let's see if we can, yeah, there we go. That's banger, bro. Wow, like, bro, this session has been, bro, this back session is freaking amazing. So now we have SMT at the lows again. Boom, SMT. So the only protected low that I would see, and the new sweep I would like to see is like this, right? We sweep the high of that range. Now I would like to see some shorts if we get the opportunity. How is 10 AM opening? Like 10 AM gets mitigated as well. This is pretty nice. So 10 AM is here. 10 AM open. Let's see if we get a manipulation leg. I would like to see another shorting opportunity. Is there a 4 minute? 4 minute short right here. This should work. 1 to 1. We can target these lows as well and go break even here. Break even. Did this inverse though? I want to see. Give me a second. Oh yeah, did it inverse. All right, inversion there. You can sell. Stop could be above the order block essentially. So I'd put my stop right above this order block C, and see if that actually ends up inversing and going lower. Okay. Just waiting. Okay, that's break even. And then this is SMT low, so this is the last low. Again, we're protected now. We should go lower here. There it is. So again, pretty clean price action, right? When you have SMT at the low, big wick. I didn't like it. I want to see more comfort. Again, so we had this daily bearish SMT. 930 is opening low, higher. We inverse again. We get a bearish SMT here, giving us that manipulation leg. And then again, this could be break even when you have 930 like this. This is pretty clean, targeting 1-to-1. And then 930 gets SMT'd. We end up displacing higher. I want to see confirmation since we're coming out of a daily. And then I want to be shorting out of this daily again once we sweep the high. But I only want to be targeting this low since this is the low that's SMT with 930. Can it go lower? 100%. But again, I don't know if it is. So yeah. And then we get that consolidation there, right? So perfect exit in my opinion. But what was our anchor here? The daily and the 930. That was literally all we used this session, right? Pretty nice, very good. So that being said, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're not part of the Discord, make sure to join the Discord. I give out daily bias every single day, trade recaps that I don't even post on YouTube. I don't post my trade recaps anymore. It's all in the Discord. I give out daily bias, trade recaps, and soon I'm going to be doing back testing sessions very consistently, and I will be doing psychology sessions as well and going over weekly trade recap. Again, all for free. I don't charge anything. I'm just posting content on social media, getting my name out there, showing people the journey. And yeah, if you're not part of the Discord, I don't know what you're doing. Link is going to be in the description below. Also, if you want to purchase some Alpha Future accounts, make sure to use the code Plutus. You get 10% off. And I'm actually working on some Alpha Future accounts already. I passed 2. Max allocation is 3. And I'm using their 0 accounts, their Alpha 0 accounts, where you can pass them in 1 day. Max payout cap is 1,500, but you can get payouts every 5 winning days of 200. So something I'm going to be working on, not only just to scale my trading, to build a buffer, better for my psychology, but especially for these market conditions, man. It's been a little tough. I haven't been risking much. I've been really risk off since the markets haven't been giving me the opportunity that I want. But yeah, I gave you guys a little bit of a backtest session just to build that psychology up. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to leave a comment in the comment section below, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.